we are watching the first break of the Rodney Morris versus Rodrigo Edgie Geronimo match. It is a race to 18. And here we go. Was that the start, or somebody else just said that they're just practicing? Do you know if that was the first game?
It's the first game.
Okay.
Rodney has asked for a new piece of chalk.
Meanwhile, back on the other table, we've had a few misses that weren't the norm.
Rodney, on table 3 is 2 pieces.
He's going to wait it out.
Yeah, he's going to wait it out. Unless you know what though? You probably do the same thing I do. I got brand new pieces in my case. I may not never use them, but they're in there.
Yeah, I tend to have 1 or 2 just stuck in there for.
Because I don't like new ones. I don't like new chalk.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some gray stuff or brown stuff.
Let's see what kind of chalk.
Your call. No, I haven't heard from Truman. Someone told me they saw him up in Hollywood about 6 weeks ago, maybe 7 weeks ago. But I haven't seen him. No.
They are only practicing. We need to go back to the other camera. We have no computer.
Coin flip.
So now it looks like we're ready to go.
Coin flip.
Rodney won the coin flip. We would love to pan the camera to the right, except that we are computer illiterate and trying to find somebody that knows how to switch the camera. $16 to 14.
That's what it is.
If I just click on the camera, will it go to there?
Yes, if you go to 1, oh no. I don't know about that.
I need camera 2. There you go, guys. I got this now.
Show off.
Okay. So it is 16 to 14, racing to 18. Jovan Bustamante at the table against Vilmos.
31st rack.
Against Vilmos Foldes. I don't know how people phrase that anymore. It's to a man, so I mean, for the race to 18. Everybody's going to have trouble hearing us. There's a problem with the microphones, and that we're so close to the action, we have to keep our voices down. So we're doing the best we can.
I'm actually about 6 feet from Edgy right now.
I feel like I'm right on top of them.
Yeah, I know. Maybe next, have to get a petition or something.
One of the others, they've had a plastic that goes in front of us that at least blocks it a little. But the problem I've had with that is that people think that plastic is completely soundproof, and they start talking real loud, and it's a bigger distraction with the plastic.
Edgy just missed a simple 4-ball. Back to the one we're on.
So we got a safety. Yeah, we got a safety.
Rodney got to get back down there to it. Well, we're not even watching that.
Okay, everybody, box went to take a quick break.
Now I got the microphone on the other side. This will be interesting.
Thanks, Brook, for sitting in with us.
Oh, you know I love commentating. It's my new passion.
We do have Rodney and Edgy playing each other right now, and we're going to do the best we can to provide dual coverage. So while Joven is figuring out what to do, let's quickly switch to the first rack here between Edgie Geronimo. Joven has ball in hand. He's up 2 games on Vilmos. It's 16-14, and this is a race to 19.
19?
Between Edgy and Rodney.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. We were originally told 18, so thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, for 35 a man.
Ooh, okay. Well, we had numbers all askew, so it's good to get all cleared up.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's going to happen here? Doesn't look too harmless, or it looks kind of harmless.
It's amazing how big the points are on those shots sometimes. Nice shot.
Uh-oh. Whew. Suspense already.
So did anybody agree upon who's keeping the Filipino crowd in line tonight, Daniel?
Who's keeping the what?
The Filipino crowd in line tonight.
Probably Rodney. Okay, quick switch back now. Joven from ball in hand.
You switch back and you show him hooking himself.
Yeah, well, that's that's not my fault. That's his fault.
So we gotta keep the score up above. So we got 1-0 Edgy over Rodney, and
Yep.
we'll switch up that score later on once the Vilmos and Joven match is complete.
Right, we'll provide you guys with a new scoreboard. We knew this was coming, so for those of you disappointed about not being able to see both matches at once, we actually were going to wait until the Joven Vilmos match was over because it started late. However, you know, Rodney has a 9-day-old baby now,
yes,
Zayden.
so cute.
Yeah. And you know, he's a daddy out here
Again.
with his with Mandy,
Yes.
and you know, he's got to keep his priorities straight here. So his wife wants him to.
Well, it could, races to 19 can go a long time, so there's no problem getting it started. But the other match started a little late, like you said, so it
Yeah.
bled into each other a bit.
Especially on this table, this gold crown, tight gold crown.
Oh, it can shark anybody.
It really can. And Joven's about to run this out. It'll be Hill 14 for Joven Bustamante.
From him being down at one, I think it was 10-9, Vilmos. Wow.
Yeah. Rodney, shut them up, will you?
Rodney's had to deal with that for a long time. He's played a lot of the top Filipinos and had to fade the crowd.
Yeah, he has. Meanwhile, table 6.
You got Edgy looking at the 3 ball.
He made the 1 on the break, and this is from the break, by the way.
And Edgy is playing with a Tiger Q. He is sponsored by Tiger now.
That's right. The new Tiger X2 series.
With the Onyx tip. And
The Onyx was a little hard for me. I tried using it, but I like the Sniper.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Sniper. Edgy said he likes the Onyx and has always had the Sniper switched out to it. He's playing with the LD shaft, Tiger shaft.
Dry break from Joven. We're going to toggle right back to that match.
And with his dry break, it's a pretty open table. I guess the 4 and the 6 ball are a little funky.
And Edgy has missed his first shot.
Well, we'll see what happens. We're back over to Vilmos. This is off of Joven's dry break. The score is 17-14, Joven in a race to 18.
Rodney, tough cut on the 7. She goes. Cue ball rolling.
Nice shot.
And a very good shot. And a chance to tie it up.
And here's what we run into. Vilmos gives way to Rodney to shoot his ball.
Oh.
A little short or a little long on that one?
A little bit of both.
Jinx, we're gonna have when the Joven and Vilmos match is over, we'll have the updated scoreboard. So just hang with us. It's 1-0 Edgy on the other table, by the way.
And a great shot by Vilmos. Great shot by Rodney. And Rodney is out. It's 1-1, Rodney and Edgy. Vilmos here is
now
struggling to survive. This is it. This could be it.
It's all or nothing.
Every shot right now could be his last shot.
He was in it, and then all of a sudden, Joven just started playing a little more solid when he was faced with a difficult shot. He tucked the ball, played it safe instead of going for a difficult shot, and put him ahead. So is he looking at like Karam the 10? What do you do with that 4 ball down there by that 6?
Well, I think the 4 ball has a pocket. He can get the 4 ball in.
Oh,
and I actually couldn't have got better shape
what
than
a
that.
great
That was
angle.
absolutely no response from the crowd, and I'm surprised because there are some Vilmos supporters in the room right now.
You know I'm rooting for Joven, but I want to clap for Vilmos. I feel like everybody's afraid to clap against the crowd of Filipinos.
They're going to get their butt kicked.
They'll clap when he wins the game. Oh, wait.
And a dry break from Rodney. 1-1 between Rodney and Rodney and Edgy.
He's battling. Vilmos is battling to stay in this.
There you go.
There's a round of applause.
Yeah, but they're still afraid. I'm sensing.
Right?
I'm sensing that. So this is off of a dry break, and what I thought was a very difficult layout. Edgy just seems to have one key shot right here.
Oh, very nice.
Actually, another key shot's going to have to come up the 5 to the 6.
Yeah, he's got to get, which means he needs to be real careful about how he gets on the 4 so he can get on the 5 well. And
Yeah. Quickly jumping back. Vilmos 17-15. Needs the next 3 games, like I
I'm
said.
not seeing anything go in, Daniel.
Yeah.
That's a dry break. And he can't see a lot of the 1 ball. But he can do something with it.
So before Joven shoots this shot, let's quickly take a look at how Edgy gets shape on this 6 ball.
That's how you get shape on a 6 ball.
Everybody take notes.
Oh my.
Oh, wow.
Luckily that
Welcome
was
to
pockets.
Hard Times.
Well, he hit a good speed. Otherwise, that stays. If he hits it any harder, that ball doesn't drop. It bobbles in that pocket. On the other table, Joven is still deciding what he wants to do. And looks like he's getting down. Trying to get you this last 10 ball before toggling over. Right. 2-1 Edgy. Here we go. I don't know what he called there. Did he call the 10?
Did he call a 10?
He had to have called the 10 and he wouldn't have, I mean, he hit the 10
Shot the 1
full.
right at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was trying to cut the 10 off the 1?
Maybe he was trying to do like a 2-way safety or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, this is a weird pattern.
We got a lot of balls hanging out in that middle section that he's going to have to work around.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. That could be fatal.
Wow. That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
That's the sound of Edgy breaking again. It's 2-1. Edgy against Rodney.
In a race to 19 on this table.
Race to 19, yes.
And on the other table, we took a momentary break.
Yeah, actually, Joven has actually walked away from the arena there for a minute. So let's just go ahead and fade this.
we were commenting on it's very cool in here today, and how the tables will be playing different than what the guys may have practiced in and maybe used to.
Yeah, and we're also using clean balls, that were provided by Bain Mendoza. A good cue ball.
I like that speed, very smooth.
Yeah, speed was perfect. If he'd have hit the 4 full, he might be hooked behind that ball.
That's how soft he hit it.
But he's got his angles. Now, how's that for speed?
I so enjoy commentating with you any time, because I feel like every time I commentate, I learn something, and I'm playing as good as I've ever played, like better than I love it.
I know, we play
I want to
good
play
from
all
here.
the time. Yeah.
We play great from here. They make it look so easy, both these guys.
When I was in the stands watching a bit ago, I was like commentating from there. I'm like, oh no, it looks like he's gonna slide through. That's funny.
Jovin's back, but I kind of like this run here, and we want to see Rodney's chance to come back. Joven has that tough pattern.
He's going to play rather slow, so we'll follow up with him after we watch. Well, this is a little bit off there.
Yeah, Rodney just bumped into the 10, and I think he underestimated how thin he would hit it. I think he was trying to hit the 10 a little thicker. That would guarantee him a shot to the side pocket for the 8. Instead, the cue ball rolled out. He's going for the side here.
For the side. Nice shot. Oh, unlucky. Well, maybe lucky enough.
Well, do or die. Do or die.
Everybody's been making the comparison with the side pockets with the Scott Frost side pocket that we watched for the win. That he bobbled into the side pocket.
Oh, at the Andy Mercer Memorial.
Yeah. I played at the women's this weekend, and it was every time there was a pocket shot into the side. Oh,
that's right. You're just coming back from Las Vegas.
I am. I'm not pleased with my performance, but it was a great trip. I always enjoy catching up with the ladies out there, and Amy Kane and Tim Kovacs and the whole crew raised $7,300 for the shade tree out there in Vegas.
Good for them. Good for them. Did you walk away with any raffles? Did you just say you didn't? You did? Good?
I got in the raffle. I didn't do well in the tournament. I won a player's cue.
Great.
Signed by Mike Massey, Shane Van Boning, and Scott Frost. So it's pretty sporty.
Oh, now that was nice. That was a thing of beauty right there. We just missed. We missed Rodney make the 9, but it's going to be 2-2. Rodney versus Edgie Geronimo, and this is Jovin's last stand. It could be, right? Jovin's.
Edgy had forgotten to mark his ball, and that's why everybody
his game
was hyping at him, but he's learned to tune that out. He never even turned around. Yeah. I don't know if you guys could hear it out there, but they were yelling for him, and he never even looked at him.
So I guess the dilemma here for Joven right now is the 8 ball. He's just making sure that he does not get out of line here with an off-angle shot on the 8. So he's taking his time. Let's quickly take a look at this break by Rodney. Rodney has said that he wants a magic rack. He says, I always give myself a slug rack when I use a regular rack, but he just made 3 balls on this break.
Well, Rodney has a hammer break. I mean, he
really does.
I was joking with my dad last night saying that Rodney is the reigning U.S. Open 10-ball champion because they didn't host it in 2014. And he was the last winner in 2013. So he's got some 10-ball skills.
This This is the shot right here that Joven was planning ahead for.
He got, well, I think he got a little more angle than he had hoped for, but he got really good on this ball.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that could kill him is a skid, maybe.
Which has been known to happen.
At Hard Times Billiards. He's there.
He hit it nice.
He's there. He stunned it in with speed.
But he's kind of a 50-yard line on the 9 ball. I guess you can shoot it in the corner and pull it back for the 10 in the side.
He could follow and avoid the scratch. Meanwhile,
back
in Rodney's world, he's just broken run.
Nice. Okay.
That's going to be
so
it.
This 10 ball is for the win.
Yeah, it really is. This is it.
Let's see how it goes. See how loud it gets when it goes.
And Joven Bustamante defeats Vilmos after rather long, I think,
back and
almost
forth.
4 hour 18 race to 18. Final score is 18 to 15.
A little over 4 hours, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to take a break. We are going to go right into action here between Edgie Geronimo and and Rodney the Rocket Morris.
You want to click over on the camera, Daniel, so we can. There we go. All right, so now we got, this is off of the Rockets break. Nice little safety to start it off.
Just a quick reminder, it's a race to 19.
With the bridge. Some people had this pegged for under 2 hours.
You know,
I don't think it could be that quick, but I think 3 hours.
they call him the Rocket, but you know, I don't know.
That's a little too speedy.
Yeah, I don't know how what his warp factor is.
Yeah.
Just a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Carlos Coll is going to step in and say hello. Hello, Carlos.
How are you doing, Brooke?
Pretty good.
So what do we got going on here?
We have a race to 19 for 3,500 a man.
Nice.
And it is 3 to 2.
I'm stepping out. Daniel's
and
kicking me off.
Daniel's back.
Are you in a hurry to go anywhere? I'll give you some time a little later. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Okay. No, that's fine. Just, it's the beginning of the match, and I want to be able to.
Carlos wanted to say hi. That was all me bringing Carlos.
All right, just getting a little camera change here for the camera that we were using prior to the match on table 1 coming to an end. I'm actually going to step away for a minute or two and let Carlos Coll sit in and do some commentary with Brook.
I was going to say to grab Melinda. We could have girl-on-girl action.
That's true. We could have girl-on-girl. What? Whoa. What did I just say?
That's right. You heard it here, folks.
Well, we're also going to have some additional camera work for this feature match. So we hope you guys are enjoying what's going on. And give me a minute and I'll be right back. Well, actually, I'll leave you guys with Carlos, and then I'll throw Melinda in there for 20 minutes or half an hour or so. Since the over and under on this is 2 hours.
I'm going to take the over. I don't think that possibly a race to 19 10 ball could take under 2 hours.
Right. Thanks a lot, everybody. And please enjoy this, share, let everybody know we're streaming here.
Nice out by Rodney.
Very nice out.
Sorry, I got you into trouble there, Carlos.
Oh, man.
Oh.
So since Daniel's not here, are we updating the score?
Yeah, it's very easy. You just hit the plus or...
Is it where it's supposed to be at the moment?
It absolutely is. 4-2 Rodney over Edgy, and it is a race to 19. I am super excited. I wrote an article for NYC Grind and for the women's rum runner this weekend, so that just got put up. I'm all, yay me.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we got Rodney breaking as a dry break. Edgy stepping up.
What was funny is he was breaking just a few minutes ago. He was making 3 balls.
I know,
on
I
the
was making
plate.
everything. I was watching that.
I mean, that was like a 2-minute rack.
Oh,
Oh my. Oh, he got a lucky leave right there.
looks like Rodney's going to try to kick at this off the top rail, the bottom rail, I mean. Oh, it went kind of fast at that. It don't look like he even tried to line it up or anything.
You know, it's funny. When I first started watching Rodney play, I thought he was real lackadaisical.
Yep.
But I just realized he thinks that fast, and he just shoots as fast as he sees it. Like he saw
Some people
what
are
he
like
wanted
that.
to do, and he shot the ball.
Some people are like that. If they
Yeah.
start thinking too much, then they start second guessing themselves and add that little seed of doubt in there, and then start missing all over the place.
Exactly. Don't second guess yourself.
I always second guess myself. I don't even know what I'm doing sitting here right now. I already got yelled at once.
I took the heat. I told him
Oh,
it was
okay.
me.
Okay. Thank you. So this seems pretty open right here. Gets on the 5, come back for the 6, and
Yeah.
pretty much out, right?
I don't see any problems. But Edgy's missed like 2 balls already that I thought were just kind of hanger shots for him.
Yeah, it's unusual. I mean, he's done that a few times lately. I mean, when I started watching him a few months ago, he wasn't doing that at all. But there you go. Pretty easy. Just got to make sure he gets himself enough angle to get back down for the 9 ball. And there you go. He got plenty of angle to go off the rail and come back up for that 10 ball wherever he wants. Oof.
That's a little light.
Yeah. Well, it's not an impossible shot by any means. He should be able to make this. But I'm not sure that that's exactly where he wanted to be.
Nice shot.
There you go.
It'll be 4-3. Edgy will be breaking. Rodney is ahead.
Winner breaks.
It is winner breaks. And I'm not sure. The other match played 3 foul. Oh, it's going to be 3 foul in this match as well. No 3 foul. Okay, I was told yes, now no. No 3 foul.
3 foul on odd games only.
Yeah. When Edgy's breaking and one foot's touching the phone.
Yeah. Daniel, who are our sponsors for today? Any?
Kamui. Marty. Carry cues. Jump cues.
Oh, here we go. Here's some other sponsors' logos being put up on the screen right now by Daniel.
Automated Entertainment.
Thank you so much, guys, for supporting the sport and making events like this possible. I know Edgy's playing Tiger Products.
Yes.
What about Rodney? Is Rodney playing any particular?
We had all the information and Daniel moved it around on me, so let's see if we can.
Yeah, but
we can find it over here. It's under there. Geraldine.
what did you just move the screen a little bit?
I'm not. It's the one that's under. There we go. Here you go. This is all of Rodney's information. So if you just go.
Yeah, if you just click on it, it'll pop up on top.
There we go. Yeah, and then use 2 fingers to go into the screen, and there you go. And that's all his information. Who he's sponsored by.
So he's sponsored by Andy Cloth, Town Tips,
ilovecues.com, breakrack.com, and Universal Clothing, which is, he's wearing the shirt right now, which is very comfortable clothing to wear when you play pool.
Is it as comfortable as those shorts?
I don't think so. But they are very comfortable. And I think we read he's playing with the Lucky Cue from Japan.
Okay. It looks like he's playing with a 2-inch extension in the middle of his cue as well right now.
It does. It does.
He's getting on this 6. 8's a little bit in trouble, but it might carry him off the 9 if he gets on the opposite side of it. But it's going to be interesting considering where the 7 is. There you go. He gets on the right side of it to carry him off the 9. See where this 9 is going to go.
Try and just roll it in a little and keep the 9 into the corner pocket. Or do you hit it hard? And
I would do whatever is the wrong
there's
choice.
The hard.
That's great.
That was a pretty good outcome with the hard there.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried about hitting it soft. I didn't think it was, if you hit it soft, it's going to end up in the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
A couple of people telling me about how fluid Rodney's stroke looks like right now. And
very smooth.
Those, there you go. The one goes to Rodney. He takes over again, and now he... we got 5-3 Rodney, and he's breaking. You know, that 2-inch extension actually helps a little bit with a stroke sometimes because it keeps you from poking the ball. You have a lot of cue there. I mean, if you're playing a standard 58-inch cue, you're adding 2 inches to it. It's kind of like having a longer fishing pole. It's really hard to jolt it quickly. So
everything's a bit smoother.
It makes things a little bit smoother and relaxed. If you have a short wingspan, it makes it so there's a lot of cue sticking out of the back, which is not very comfortable. But oh, he's got a scratch on this rack. Last rack he broke dry.
Wow, he didn't break dry this rack.
No, but the white one went in too.
What a break.
Oh, this is looking really good for Edgy right here. There's no trouble balls. He's got to go back up and down the table a couple of times, but other than that, it should be a...
Quite a road map there. My dad's so cute. He's right in the place where the players sit, so they always want to turn and say something to him and get like, he just nods.
Is he coaching from the sidelines?
No, he just nods. He never says anything back. He just lets them say whatever they're gonna say. He just nods.
Does he do that with you when you're playing? Like if you look over, he nodding yes or no, depending on whether you know.
He usually just gives me the hard nod, like just keep bear down with it. He's one of the best sweaters I've ever seen. Like he'll just stay there all night.
So there you go. He's trying to look to see if he has angle or he has a line on the 4 after the 3 right here. So let's see. It looks like it goes in the side pocket, unless he was trying to come out for the corner.
I think you just roll it in the side and then the 6 in the same pocket.
Let's see. From here, it looks like it's pretty tight, so I don't know.
That's what he's looking at, but we'll see if he's definitely aiming it that way. But you got to be careful not to touch the 6 to the rail and make it too tough a shot. Very nice.
Yep. Oof. 8 balls on this side of the table, though.
Yeah, but he's got the good angle to come down. There it is.
Notice with these guys, a lot of them don't play super perfect shape. They just, cinch the ball, give yourself another shot, and keep going. I mean, they can make the ball from pretty much anywhere, so as long as they can see it.
Yeah, it seems like seems like a few years ago they played more to like a tennis ball size spot, and now they play to like a volleyball size.
Yeah, I know they're not playing a perfect shape, but that probably has to do also with the pockets being tighter nowadays too. I mean, you really got to make sure that ball
You just
goes
got to
in.
make sure.
Yep. That was not it.
Oh my goodness.
That sounded funny. That hit sounded like a slap. It sounded like it caught it at the end of the stroke, and that makes that ball squirm a little bit.
Well, he didn't. He hit right into the point. It wasn't.
Yeah. If you listen to the hit, you can hear it's a little bit of a different sound from when that tip is pushing right through the ball versus when it's catching it at the end of your stroke. Sounds a little bit more like a smack instead of like a solid hit. So sounded a little bit funny. This is okay. Should be able to cut this, but.
That'll be it. Wow.
There you go. Yeah, that was Edgy's
That was
game
huge.
for sure. He gave that one up.
It's going to be 6-3. Rodney.
Yeah. That game would have been 4-5. That's a decent swing there. I don't.
People ask me who I liked, and I'm in Edgy's corner all the time. I root for him. But Rodney is a different player than I've seen Edgy play against for the cash.
Yeah, I don't know. It's strange. I mean, from what I'm seeing right now, Rodney seems to be really smooth, calm, composed, and confident, and that's hard to beat.
Somebody was saying he came off. He won in Wyoming. He did real well in Wyoming. So.
That confidence is hard to fade. I mean, all of these guys on any given day can outplay the other. It's just a matter of where you're at.
Well, yeah, we talked about that. It's all about the break. Everything comes down. If you're breaking well, you're
well, look at that last. Yeah, but look at that last game. That last game was Edgy's, and that was just one little bit out of line, and a little bit lack of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You go instead of ending up at 4-5, you end up at 3-6.
Let's see if he turns it on now.
Yeah,
he's got to be a little mad at himself.
He's capable of doing that. I've seen him do some pretty big swings. And it's not like he blows a gasket, anyways.
No,
I mean, he just gets
very
composed
smooth.
and just. Let's see where we got here. Oh, come on. That was close. That was close. He almost ended up.
He is.
Yeah. No, I forgot about the 5 ball. I'm looking at the 6 ball thinking he got open. He ended up completely hooked on that 5. He's He's looking at it like he wants to kick it. That's kind of close for a jump, so.
Yeah, and in the middle of the table,
Yep.
it's difficult to
Yeah.
control. He's got to kick at it. It's just a matter of whether you kick off the rail where you might make the ball, or you kick off the rail where.
Any way you look at it, you got to hit it hard enough that if you miss it, you end up with a slight chance of
Trying to get distance.
accidental safety, right? Oh, he's trying to make it. Oh,
Oh.
and that's unfortunate. That should be game right here if Rodney continues to shoot the way he's been shooting.
He's shooting with authority. Well, unfortunately, Edgy hasn't put very much heat on him, so Rodney plays real well when he's in control of his own destiny.
Yeah, I mean, if he lets him get ahead a couple more games, it's going to be tough to take him off the throne, you know? I have a hard time on these matches because I never know who to cheer for because I kind of get along with everybody. So, it's,
I've come to it where I just cheer for people to play well.
Yep.
I just want you to play
Yeah.
good.
yeah, we all want to see a good match. I'm sure all the people watching. Do we need to go louder? And there you go. Sure enough, he just ran through that.
7-3. Let's see. So Rodney is playing with a LaPro tip, a leather LaPro tip. His favorite game is 10 ball. So he's right at home. Favorite table is a gold crown with small pockets.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things earlier. I don't think they wanted to play, or I know Rodney didn't want to play on the diamond table.
I don't think either one of them did. But Edgy had thought they were playing on table 2.
Uh-huh. You know the tables here really well. Is there a major difference between this table and table 2?
Table 2 used to be table 1 and is arguably the tighter table.
Oh, okay, I see.
But they all play super tight. They're all cut, the same. It's 1/16 of a difference on most of them.
Yeah, I don't know how much that would affect these guys. I mean, these guys are pretty precise. I think they're more concerned about the way the ball comes off the rails and.
Oh yeah, the diamond's going to play completely
Yeah.
different than what they're used to.
So what's the trouble ball here? 6 ball?
Yeah. 5-6. Roll the 4 up, the 5 in the side, and then the 6 in the corner opposite the 9. For them, it shouldn't be a problem. For me, it would be. I'd be
For me, the
stuck.
trouble ball right now, Brook, would be the 3 ball. So.
We've got everybody showing up for the Thursday night handicap tournament here at Hard Times in Bellflower.
Oh, what's the entry on that?
It is a $12 entry. Marie Lim is the tournament director.
What time does it start? Maybe, what is it, 9 ball?
It is handicap 9 ball spot, and it starts at 8 o'clock, right about 8 o'clock.
Oh, he got a little bit, probably more angle than he wanted on this ball.
Yeah, because I would have thought he was trying to hold it to have the.
No, he tried to get good shape, but that threw the ball out of line. Well, let's see. Let's see if Edgy can turn this around. I mean, it's a good opportunity to change the momentum a little bit.
If you didn't notice, he's taken off the glove.
The hand panty, as I like to call it.
Well, normally they play with it here because it's so sticky.
Yeah, it's very humid and sticky for sure.
But tonight it's rather cool, and I haven't noticed the stickiness.
Man, anytime I put one of those things on, I feel like those cats when they put duct tape on their paws. I can't stop
Aw.
shaking my hands. It's just, I can't do it. I can't even keep it on for 2 seconds. Feels like a bad joke.
Nice.
He's got a little bit of angle on this, so he's sitting pretty nice.
I like the way he's striking the ball. He's doing a center and just really not letting it do anything funny.
Well, hopefully psychologically, you know, the second guessing goes with the glove. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Takes it off, gets it out of there, and maybe that's what.
It's a race to 19, and the score is 7-3. Rodney Morris over Edgie Geronimo, and it is now.
There you go.
7-4. Rodney over Edgy.
That's a momentum change right there if he keeps it up.
Oh,
Rodney's
and
unscrewing
Rodney's
his
making
cue.
some
Looks like
changes
he's
too. Gonna maybe take out that middle piece we were talking about.
Yeah, he's taking off the extension. It looks like it. I don't really understand why. I don't know if I like what's happening right now with Rodney's equipment. He just took off that 2-inch extension off his cue. That's a big adjustment. 2 inches off of your cue in the middle of a match.
Well, the thing is he's not playing bad.
No, I
So
didn't
I'm
think he
not-
was doing anything
not
wrong.
sure
I
what
don't
the-
understand
what-
why the.
Maybe he feels like he's overstroking it, and that's why he was getting out of line a little bit. But
I mean, all I see right now is, you know, Edgy took a piece of equipment off his hand, which will probably get his indecisiveness to go away.
oh
And
wow, another big break with a scratch.
oh, that 2-ball's a little bit
Funky.
stuck. I'm curious to see what's going to happen right now because it looks like Edgy found some confidence and Rodney took that 2-inch extension off his cue, so we'll see what happens.
I actually liked Edgy taking off the glove because, like you're saying, he seemed a little in the middle. But Rodney, I feel like Rodney was playing really good, and I don't know what you're gonna change it up for.
I think those were two reverse symptoms right there. Like Edgy was a little bit uncomfortable and took it off, and it looked from here that Rodney was really comfortable and he took it off. So I don't know.
And
That's pretty damn good shape though.
I don't know. Who do they have?
Yep, there you go. Made that look easy.
Yeah, he did. I like that. Just takes the long distance. Doesn't
Just
sweat
take-
it. Sweat it too much.
Yeah, I like it too. Cinch it and then just take it easy. You don't need to be perfect. That was a little wider than I care to, but he can two-rail shape or draw it back either way.
From his reaction, I think it was a little wider than
Yep.
he had anticipated as well.
Yeah, there you go. Two-rail back for shape. Still a little short though. I think he wanted to be a little bit straighter on that to come back for the 10 ball.
Yeah, because now he's got to go back and forth.
Oh, and he's got 2 inches less cue right now. That shape is going to end up being short a lot. But it doesn't seem to bother him none.
He wasn't short on that one. That was a beautiful shot right there.
That's what she said.
Nice out. Puts him ahead 8-4 in a race to 19. Whoever pegged the under on this one.
That's really amazing to me. You're playing a set for $3,500, and you're comfortable enough with your game that you could add 2 inches to your cues and take it off. I think he got that extension right before the match too. I think he just threw it on there for
To see
just
how
to
it
try it
goes.
out. Yeah.
Did we lose the cue ball again?
No, cue ball's there, but I
Oh.
think what do we
Yeah.
got here?
He made a ball. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Made 2 balls. He's just got a long distance stroke on this on the one shot.
That's fine. I mean, he's got a little bit of angle. The 2 goes from pretty much everywhere. Well, he just stunned it.
I don't know if that helped or hurt right there.
I think it helped a little bit. I didn't think the cue ball had enough speed to get on the opposite side of that 3 ball, so he would have ended up on the 50-yard line if it didn't hit that 9.
Still kind of,
He's going to cut it back.
yeah. Nice shot. He's playing very comfortable right now.
Dead straight. Does he have a little bit of angle? Or? Oh, he got plenty of angle. I got to tell you, I think Rodney's going to be hard to beat if he's going to be playing like this the whole match.
Well, if his break is working like that, that's kind of what I was saying before.
Oh, my God.
And
Commentator's
the
curse.
And the scratch.
I don't know, yeah.
It's all Carlos's fault.
Yeah, it's my fault. Blame it on the Puerto Rican. Everybody else does.
Not because you're Puerto Rican. It's
Yeah.
because you're commentating.
Oh, come on, commentating. Okay, sorry. I get my issues confused sometimes.
Well, I know that Edgy is just happy to be at the table right now.
Yeah, I mean, I would be too. I play anybody all day long if they're going to leave me the last 2.
That was weird. Just weird. A
Just-
fluke on his behalf.
It was a little
So-
bit overconfident stroke. It looked quicker than his other strokes. It just a
Yeah.
little bit,
Little lazy.
yeah,
kind
just
of
a little bit jabby, and then that's all it takes on these pockets.
So it's 8-5. Rodney is up on Edgy, going to 19, and Edgy will be breaking. So on his last break, he got kissed into the side. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, Ronnie's given a couple of momentum opportunities to Edgy
Yeah,
in
it
this
could-
match. I mean, he pretty much owned the match. Without those couple of mistakes, he would be
It could easily be
Yeah.
11 to 3 right
yeah,
now.
no, exactly. I tell you what, though, from what I've been watching with Edgy's breaks, I would spend a couple of days trying to work on my break a little bit. I mean, he's too good of a player to end
He
up with breaks like
does.
this.
He does. I've watched him spend many hours practicing.
Yeah, it's
his break.
crazy. I mean, I've watched a lot of his matches, and man, if he could break like Rodney, he'd be unstoppable.
That's true. Unfortunately, the equipment really does come into play, and it's hard to practice with exactly how it's going to be when you're in the match.
I know.
Like Big Dennis's an inch more, I'd be a king, and an inch less, I'd be a queen. Talking about these. These are funny.
I think if it's coming down to just 1 inch, you're a queen either way, right? Is that how it works?
I plead
Did I
the
just pick a
fifth.
fight with the wrong person? Am I gonna be in trouble?
Not me. There might be a few guys out there.
Hey, it's short, but it sure is skinny. The pockets. I don't know what you're thinking about.
Yeah, you know exactly what.
Oh, there we go again. That was a good breakout shot. He was, he hit the ball he meant to hit it. Just that cue ball just went right through, and just came back out and scratched. Man, here you go. It just seems like, I don't want to say they're trying to help each other, but wow.
Yeah, for Rodney, that's about the smoothest, slowest I've seen. It's about the slowest I've seen him shoot. It took a lot of time, and it was like 20 seconds.
Well, he's gonna have to develop some patience now that he's a proud papa, huh?
He's got several kids.
He's got several kids, and that's where the patience comes from. Stronger man than I am.
Rodney won the U.S. Open 9-ball in 1996, and the reason I know that is because I was there watching. It's one of my 2 trips to the U.S. Open.
96.
He beat Efren in the finals.
Oof.
Heck of a win, too. Wow.
I would assume that anytime you beat Efren is a heck of a win.
It was just a battle. And especially back then, that was prime time.
Man, his breaks are just fantastic. I mean, every time he breaks, I haven't seen a couple of balls paired up or anything really. I mean, 7-ball is not the sexiest in the world right now, but other than that.
You are very welcome, Terry Hannah. You see any problems?
I mean, I'm not a big fan of the 7-ball with that 6-ball on the opposite side, but he'll figure it out. Just cut the 6 and go off the rail,
and it looks like the 8's out far enough where you can shoot it into the side if need be.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, you might be right.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That 8 is still,
Well, let's see. We'll learn something right now, Carlos.
There's going to be a lot of zigzagging going on for a 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, Mick Sock is right. If Rodney stays this focused, it's going to be a long night for Edgy.
Well, look at that. He's going to come out just far enough.
Oh, I like that shot.
What about the 8, though? You think it's going to do the same thing for the 8? I mean, does he even have enough angle? Just force follow 3 rails. It's going to draw it back, huh? Oh, take the easy way out.
Oh, it's Neil. Hi, Neil.
What we got here? Little drinky break?
All right, he's got to come out. He just take a little second to center himself. smart. The last time he kind of forced it a bit, and this time he's just taking his time.
Same thing. It's just, you know, cinch the ball and no perfect shape, but just enough.
Mine are hanging pretty high, Neil. Thanks for asking. And a nice out by Rodney. Put him ahead 10-5. This is a race to 19.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, man. I want to see a good match. I hope, you know, hope Edgy shakes it off a little bit here. All right, Brook, that was nice. I'm gonna step out of the booth for a little while and let somebody else step in for a little bit. But it looks like, you know, Rodney's playing strong and he looks confident. He's, you know, he doesn't look like he's second guessing anything. He's taking breaks when he's feeling a little bit of pressure and recomposing himself. I don't know if you noticed a couple of times. Scratch on the break.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed a couple of times before he stepped to the table, he took a deep breath and just kind of like, you know, just kind of grounded himself a little bit. And that's tough to fade. I mean, you don't see the guy holding his breath. You don't see him stressing out. He's just even on situations like now where he just broke and scratched, he's just going back and sitting down, relaxing, and just, you know. I mean, and he has a few games ahead, so that's going to be hard to shake that confidence. You know, Edgy's going to have to step up and shake his foundation a little bit and start forcing errors. Or
he's going to need to put a little packaging together, and we'll see if he can.
He's going to have to change the momentum, or he's. I mean, it's the status quo is not going to stand up. But I'm stepping out of the booth.
Thank you, Carlos, for
thank
coming
you for
by.
having me.
See you later, Carlos Coll. And let's see who will be joining me in the booth. Oh, I'm getting girl on girl action. All right, Melinda Huang coming in. We have cool new headsets, Mel.
I kind of feel like I just came in here out of the Stone Age. Look at this. You got like cushioned earpieces, got foam on your microphone.
The only problem is because we're so close to the action, we tend to whisper a bit, and
people can't pick up on it.
Yeah, so we need to remember to speak up a bit.
Well, I suppose most people in pool wouldn't remember me anyway. But I guess I would like to say hello.
There you go.
This is a good match. I caught the end of
the Joven
Vilmos
match.
and Joven. That was nice.
Yeah, Joven. It was close all the way until it was like 10-10, I want to say, and then
one pulls ahead.
Joven started. He won 2 games, and then it just next thing you know.
Well, I'm gonna be guilty of stating the obvious, but I'm just gonna say it is that Edgy doesn't look comfortable.
No.
At all. And I heard he was switching back and forth on some equipment, trying to get comfortable. He had the glove, then no glove.
He started out the match with the glove and then took the glove off. And now I know what that's about. He doesn't generally play with a glove.
Right.
But here at Hard Times he does because it's very sticky.
I was thinking because you get about, I guess we got about 60 spectators. Then you got tournament players.
But it's cool today. They had the air on early, and so it's
that was
nice.
A pretty shot. They put the air on early?
Yeah, when we got here, I got here about 2:30, and right before the Joven Vilmos match started, and it was already cool. So it never had a chance to get sticky.
I get it now. In order for us to convince him to turn on the AC, this is the quality of play that we must achieve. So I will just get used to 95 degrees and sticky for the rest of my life.
And the glove.
And the glove, yes.
So that's why he adjusted off of that. The one that kind of surprised us was that Rodney, who's up 5 games right now, took out the extension in the middle of his cue.
Huh. So it's just regular length now.
Yeah. Yep. But it seems like Edgy's playing better when he does that firm stroke.
The one that he just shot. I know exactly what you mean. He was a little tentative.
Yeah, I like that was a nice out. That's 10 to 6.
10-6 within 4, going to 19.
Yes.
I heard earlier that it was actually supposed to be races to 15 until the end, but they just changed it.
You know what? It was last night. I was talking to the guys, and both had completely different things that were supposed to happen.
But oh yes, I wouldn't know anything about that. Right, trying to set up action with two sides not exactly agreeing, but not knowing it yet.
Yeah.
So now it's 19. It was 19 for both.
It's race to 19. No, it was race to 18 for the Joven and Belmosh.
But race 19 for this one.
Yes.
Oh, I see. The one game difference between the 2 levels of play.
No idea.
Completely
For
arbitrary.
One game extra for the 1,500 or 2,500 extra per man.
Hey, maybe it does make a difference.
And now they both. Rodney seems to have figured out the break.
Right. I've noticed that Edgy's break, it's sticky. You get the cluster at the bottom.
They are sticking, which is some indicative of his racking. He's doing something different with the racking, but he's tentative with his break because he's scratched twice.
I
now.
saw that.
And he's coming dry, so now he's not quite sure what to.
And Rodney's just being Rodney, just firing away.
But he took. I was joking around with Carlos. I said he took 20 seconds. That's a long time for him. He took 20 seconds on a shot, looked at it, and it's a long time.
Do you mean the the 10?
Yeah.
Oh no, we talked about that too. But it's because if you think about it, you're shooting off of a rail, and I mean this table hates everybody equally. But
oh no, I thought it was the right thing to do. I was joking that 20 seconds was a long time for him.
And the Mez Tour has a 25-second shot clock.
I love it. I can't wait.
You can't wait for that? You
You
can't wait for us to be running around and hopping over the corners of tables?
Well, I hadn't heard 25. I just was excited for the shot clock. 25 is pretty short. I still, Louis Ulrich and I have had this conversation. I like the idea of using the chess clock, where you have so much time per match.
Right, you hit the clock when you're done.
Of course, they'd be running over each other to hit the clock button to start the next guy's
Oh,
time.
I would rig something to where I could just remotely press it. I would totally cheat.
So what's he going to do for the 5, Mel? What do you see?
5-10. My eyesight is bad. Remember, I'm coming back from
Bar table.
a Rumspringa,
Yeah.
from my 1 year, my gap year, as they would call it, from pool. When people said, "Where'd you go?" I said, "To the bar," and I forgot to come back. It's been known to happen.
Is that like the if you take
Here we go.
Take a walk in my shoes, you'll end up at the bar?
That was a very Rodney shot, 3 cushion style.
Jinx, they've got some ideas going on. I don't know how much information we're supposed to be giving out on the time clock, but
Oh, yeah, right. I should actually say that was just something I heard. I don't know if I actually saw it on a flyer yet, but I mean, it's a good indicator that they have good attendance if they have that many players playing where they actually need to put a shot clock on.
there's only a few players that really need to be watched.
Because they're slow.
So we were talking, and here's Rodney taking. I like this. He's cleaning himself
Blowing his
up a little
nose.
bit. He's playing with a Lucky Q from Japan. Rodney is,
Oh, okay.
and
Sponsors or
he didn't mention it as a sponsor, but I'm.
test drive, perhaps?
And he's. Yeah, it's not on there. He's sponsored by Andy Cloth and Town Tips, Universal Clothing, BreakRack.com, ILoveCues.com.
Ooh, you took that moment, bobbled it.
Didn't even get real good on the 7 with the bobble. And now Edgy, we know, is playing with the Tiger.
Right. I just saw that he was newly sponsored by them.
Yes, and he's a player rep. So if you,
I can see the fiddleback on his cue from here. That's a nice piece of wood.
it's a new design.
That's also what she said. Sorry.
fiddleback. Yeah.
That's a nice piece of wood.
It's all geometric, this line, and I enjoy that. His is
Oh, like minimalist, where it just goes
Yes.
back to I mean, you had, okay, is it back? They're both a little uncomfortable on that. And he
again,
also did not have a
no
good shot
shape
on the 7.
Crazy.
Well, I'm not going to lie. It makes me feel a little bit better about being a hack there. But only for 2 shots. 3 shots? No, I know someone's got to make it, and then I'm just going to feel bad about myself again.
There's
Swing.
a shot. It goes.
So what is Rodney doing out here? This is not his normal neck of the woods.
Yeah, he lives out here now.
He does?
He's in Huntington Beach, that area. Him and his girl Amanda. They just had their son.
Continuing the legacy of pool, perhaps.
Yeah, I know he has a couple other kids too. But
Yes.
I don't want to get the newest son's name wrong, but he's little. He's only like 9 or 10 days old.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, work on getting himself a BCA team. Right? I mean, you only need 4 now.
Yeah, that's right.
He just needs 1 more.
That's going to be 11 to
11-6.
6.
This is going by quickly. I mean, did Vilmos's match start on time? Start at 2?
No.
No? Okay.
Because I showed up at like 2:30, 2:45.
Hour late?
And I think it started about 3. But their match is different. They play a much slower, both of them play a much slower style than these two. And that might be what's affecting Edgy right now, is that
He doesn't like the pace, or it's too fast for
Rodney
him.
just has a super fast pace, and sometimes you don't settle in. Like,
He's playing at Rodney's pace as opposed to his own.
yeah. But at the beginning, he just missed some balls. And then, next thing you know, you're down by 3 games.
Right, and then I heard a bit about the whole equipment where he was just trying to figure out the right mix for equipment.
He just took off the glove. I don't know.
I heard he was looking for a different break cue, some other things.
He tends to do that. He did
Yeah.
that at the Swanee.
Did he do it the Rum Runner?
No.
No?
No, but maybe he should have. But he just likes to mix things up, which I like, because if you're not breaking well, if you're not comfortable with
You
what
should
you're
change
doing,
something.
try something else. Break from a different spot. Don't be afraid to do something different. It's already not working. Let's
Well,
try
you are
something.
no definition of insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting a different result.
Yes.
So I keep playing pool, think I'm going to get better. Obviously insane. Well, this is one of the few dry breaks from Rodney. No real shot. Nice.
Nice safety.
Nice save. Right on the rail, too. Just touched it. It's perfect belt of Orion.
Wow, that was great speed.
That was great speed. He's going to have to go off the side. Got him behind the 7, but you can easily kick behind.
Uh-oh.
No, I think he'll be all right. Except for the fact that it's in front of a pocket.
Actually,
No, he's all right.
that was a heck of a... I thought he might actually make it. That's what-
Well,
when
if he did,
was
he would
coming off that line.
still been all right.
He wouldn't have been able to shoot. 10-ball rules.
Oh, jeez,
Would've
I
gone to
forgot.
Rodney.
I
Or
keep
Rodney
forgetting.
could have given it back to him.
This goes back to the whole, they like to play lucky 10.
Yeah.
And I'm just still think they're still playing that way.
Yeah, that's what they told me in the Philippines when they play 10-ball. It's always lucky.
Yes.
So when you hear about somebody getting the 7-8 or the 7 or whatever in the Philippines, it's a wild ball.
That was one of the first times I played action with a Filipino player, and they said lucky 10-ball. I totally mistook it to mean that they didn't want to call the 10. I didn't know they didn't want to call anything.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a slight difference there.
that's a little bit different.
That's a little bit different. It's all right. Only cost me 100.
I guess it's cheap if you think about it.
It was, and it was just, I just didn't want to argue with it. It was a good match anyway, but yes, that was a very slight difference, just ever so slight. This is interesting. He
What
can't
did he
follow
do?
it. He's-
Punch through it?
That's what I'm thinking. He's going to have to punch across. Either a nick a ball.
Oh,
Nice shot.
That's what we were talking about. That's the stroke I like. Just really own what
Crisp
you're doing.
is what it
whatever.
is.
Yeah, exactly. Strike the ball.
I think a lot of times you have to start striking a ball that way, even if you don't feel like you're playing up to it, almost to convince yourself that you are playing that
Put
way.
yourself back into stroke.
Yes. That's a nice shot. Now here is a shot I hate most on this table. Something on a rail.
Because it bobbles a
It
lot.
bobbles, and you can't just hit this gentle. You need to do something with the cue ball here, just a
Right.
little bit. But
It's okay if you can roll this ball, but when you're having to strike it,
ooh, he
that
hit the
pocket's
face.
tough.
But still, a little tentative. That's why you don't want to hit too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Make the ball first. That's your priority. That was one of the complaints about a table like this for rotation games is you tend to not see position play. Everything becomes just make the ball and you get crazy shots. But
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Is that the shape comes out of play because you're just so concerned about actually making the ball.
right, you're literally
You're just
thinking
taking whatever.
80% make the ball.
In like 3 racks, I hate to say this, but can I put John Bertone with Brook?
Yes.
I'm gonna have John Bertone join you.
This is a good confidence builder.
I just like the way he struck the balls.
Well, definitely. I mean, he had a crap dry break from Rodney. Played a good safe. Rodney made a good kick. He kicked
Nice
back
out.
to a nice safe. I mean, that's got to put you, at
Yeah.
least for your confidence, it's definitely going to add.
He took control of the game, even from the safeties.
Yes.
So that's going to make it 11-7.
Within 4. Anytime you're within 3, I think it's close. Because you can.
We just got
3 is always my number that I think is close, especially for a long race.
No, I agree with 3 for sure. Because you don't feel like you're just out of.
They should play races to 21.
I actually thought this was going to be a race to 21.
Come on, if I can play races to 21, they can play races to 21.
Well, they said 18. We thought it was 18. We announced 18 for like the first like 10 minutes or 15 minutes.
If I was here, I would have just started throwing out random numbers. 25, 27. I mean, I feel like I'm being cheated with such a short race for this level. You know, I would love to see them play more.
The thing is with 10 ball, after we kind of touched on it earlier, was after a race to 25, it gets a little monotonous.
That is very true.
So I'm okay with like long races, multiple races.
Well, that was what Tar did when they did their races to 100, where you got the races to 30,
each
30,
day? And
35, 35, 30.
Yeah.
And yeah, those did get kind of long. When they switched over to the format of the best 2 of 3 sets races to 25, that was actually very exciting.
I liked that better.
That was very good.
And that's what I'm saying. But once you get past the 25 mark, it's kind of just, okay, wake me when it gets to be about 70, and I'll tune back in.
Wake me up when someone runs a 10-pack.
Oh, yeah. I was very excited. I played Jeff Nesbahal today. We played a little 9-ball.
Jeff N.
And
Indeed.
yes, we played for Dairy Queen, which was our regular bet. And
Does he know that he should never make that bet against you? That's like betting a buffet on me. I mean, my game will go up to 2 balls minimum.
He gave me 4 on the wire to 11, and I beat him 11-7 and 11-4.
Who's your Dairy Queen now, Jeff?
We were playing for 100 Dairy Queens.
100 Dairy Queens? That could actually get kind of expensive. That's like when I tell people I want to play for a pair of shoes plus tax.
Oh,
Always got to cover the tax.
oh my goodness.
Tax will kill you in California.
Yeah, we go shopping, and they're like, why is it that much more? And I'm like, it's the tax. It's always the tax.
threading that needle. Just missed it. Edgy played a fantastic shape to get on the 7, then bobbled it. He literally threaded that one spot between the 8 and 9 that it would go. Brutal.
I got distracted. That was Dawn that worked for me for the whole time we had Hard Times.
The Madam of Hard Times. That's you.
She was my manager, and her son, who I watched, I watched him grow up. He turned 21, and I'm just like, I'm dumbfounded at the moment.
Ah, big game. 12-6 now. We're back to
7.
12-7.
Yeah. Let Daniel know it should be 7 for Edgy.
It should be 7 according to Brook for Edgy. It should be 7 for Edgy because he won the game before this one. So 12-7 within 5.
When Dad and I first came into here, Dawn was working here already, and she was the only one that my dad would let me hang out with.
You know what? I'm going to tell people a story of when I first met you, although I don't think you remember it.
I probably don't.
You probably don't. It was pretty fantastic. I think I was in my 2nd year of college. I came down here because this was like one of my first trips to Hard Times. You guys had a USPPA tournament. That's how long ago it was.
That was a long time ago.
It was, and I played very bad, but I remember you were suspicious of me, which made sense because you had all these Asian girls coming over, right?
They were hijacking.
Right, they were, and I couldn't convince you that I wasn't like that. So I remember I had to call Family Billiards in San Francisco, make them confirm that I was rated like something ridiculous, like an 18. I was that bad, and you were still suspicious. And I ended up doing pretty well in the tournament. I played Larry Bond in the finals.
Oh.
And you guys reduced the race because it was about 3 a.m., setting, the standard that I have now. And then Larry Bond said I shouldn't get my money because I was obviously not rated an 18.
Oh, man.
I know. It was funny, though. But in the end, you guys called Family Billiards again, and the tournament director there, his name is Gene.
Yeah.
You guys told him how I played, and he literally said this. He said, well, every dog has its day, and today was hers, but she doesn't play like that ever. So I remember you gave me the money, and you were just like, well, you're never gonna be an 18 here again. I said, okay, don't hurt me.
What makes that really funny is I was only like a 20.
I know.
But I never won matches. So.
Oh.
But Jan, I used to run that with Jan Kane.
Yeah, she was the tournament director that day. And now look at us, all these years later, what do we do now? We drink. Natural progression of things in pool.
We run a few tournaments here and there. And
yeah, we run around and cause trouble.
We keep our nose in there.
The Edgy just leave in the middle of a rack.
It's his shot.
So they're not doing breaks between games as long as it's your turn?
No, it doesn't seem to be that. I think they're being a little lax as long as it doesn't become a problem.
Well, we have Chris Bartram versus Oscar tomorrow.
I am looking forward to that match.
Actually,
I think it's going to be a tough match. And they are streaming it.
They're streaming it, and he plays Bergman afterwards, right?
The next day?
The next day. And I don't think it's the next day. It's a race to 80. They couldn't finish that one day.
Oh, well, I'm saying like the next, after they finish,
after
it'll
they
be.
do that.
Yeah.
It's a good week for pool.
Wired space. Edgy has missed some shots, but for the most part, Rodney's just playing real well.
Rodney's being Rodney.
His break is stronger, is working out better than Edgy's at the moment. And in 10 ball, we all know at this level of 10 ball, it comes down to the break and who controls the game after the break. Rodney's over there chatting it up with, it looks like Foch.
Foch and your papa.
Yeah, I was telling people, Dad's like the best sweater ever. He got voted best sweater by...
Best sweater?
Yeah.
I should give him a sweater that says best sweater. Is that like...
Okay, guys, stick around. We're going to reset the cameras real quick, so stick around and check out part 2 of the Edgie Geronimo versus Rodney Morris race to 19. Stick